YouTube pipe smokers. Indiana Piper 36 here. Hope everybody's having a nice Wednesday morning. I'm trying to enjoy this weather. It's a little humid out. Sky's overcast, but it's not too bad. I'm smoking my restored estate pipe. I don't know if you guys can see that. Meerschaum lined. One of my favorites. I guess it's a bulldog style. I don't know if you guys can see that any well. And it's a no-namer. I believe it comes from Sears and Roebuck and Company back in the 1950s or 60s, maybe even early 50s. I'm not real sure. It's one of my favorites. The bowl is smaller, so it's good for a quicker smoke if you don't have a lot of time. But it also depends on what tobacco you have, because you know, if you got a slow burning tobacco, then you're all right. Speaking of tobacco, smoking Capstan, ready rubbed, original Navy cut. It has become a favorite of mine as well. And you know, I have to say, out of all the tins that I own, out of all the tobacco tins, you know, that I have seen so far, that one takes the cake. I really like that. It's just very appealing to the eye. So, I'm actually back down where I was in my last video, at the old dam. However, the island I was on is now underwater. So I'm actually on the shore, which is okay. However, I was really looking forward to going, you know, doing another video. I wanted to show a little bit more of it, but we'll just have to wait until the water goes down. And I thought I'd bring a little bit of reading material too today, along with my pipe. I like to read sometimes when I smoke my pipe. That's right. Lord of the Rings. All 3 books. So far I'm about halfway through the Fellowship, so I don't read as much as I like to, or as often as I would like. But when I do, I find it very relaxing to smoke my pipe while I read. So, and I don't know if you guys can hear, but the dam is right behind us here, and the water's flowing louder than normal. So the sound of the water, you know, and you can hear the insects chirping and whatnot. Really nice. There's nothing more relaxing, I don't think. And for those of you who don't know, capstan. Original Navy cut was Mr. Tolkien's favorite pipe tobacco. From what I understand, that was the tobacco of his choice. So I thought, well, what better tobacco to smoke while I'm reading the legendary Lord of the Rings? So now I'm going to show you guys real quick the dam right behind us, and you can compare it to the other day in my video when I showed you guys, and I'll show you where the island would have been where we were filming, and you'll see the difference. So let me turn you guys around here and show you. There's the dam there. So in the water, well, I wish I knew how much it's risen, but I don't have the exact number. But if you look there, all that right there was not there before. It was just a small, maybe, I don't know, 2 meters or so. Now it's about half the dam. And of course you have the middle holding up. And then the other spillway right there. Now there used to be right in there, over on that side of the road, or the river, there used to be an old mill, and they used the dam to power the mill. So let me move you guys over here so you can see where the island would have been, or is. Right there's where we were filming the other day. As you can tell, she's all underwater right now. So there is a spot out in the middle that has some rocks, where I would be able to get to, but I don't have the appropriate gear to make it there. So, but yeah, that's the dam there. So let me turn you back around here, get back to my little nook here in the woods. I'll show you guys here. Here's one of my walking sticks I made. Right there. So I carved that walking stick when I was probably, I don't know, 15. So it's one of my favorites. I take it with me whenever I go out and about. So here and there, if I'm out or I go on a hike or something, I'll take my favorite walking stick. So it's just kind of a hobby of mine. About halfway through this bowl here. It's a very nice blend. In Denmark. Manufactured by let's see here. Oh, okay. Made in Denmark by McBaron Tobacco. I did not know that. Imported by Sutliff Tobacco Company. And this one is aged from April 2013. So has 3 years on it there. 3.5. Not too bad. I think the next pipe I want to get is I'm not sure what model, but I want to get a Peterson Bulldog, similar to this here. This style is one of my favorite styles. I know those of you those of you who follow Matches 860, he described in one of his videos the ultimate smoke experience, you know. I've only had one of those in my entire time smoking my pipes. It was with this pipe here. Can't remember I think I was smoking Middle Earth, the tobacco. It's aromatic. And it was about 3 in the morning. At that time I worked second shift and I got off work at midnight. I would stay up a little bit. And it was a beautiful night, watching the stars and the moon, the wind whispering through the trees. Sometimes, I work third shift now, so I really miss not being able to go out in the wee hours of the morning and enjoy a pipe, you know. So my days off, I take advantage, you know, and I'll wake up early, and sometimes I'll, you know, go somewhere and like a nice quiet spot like this and enjoy a pipe, and then later on in the evening I'll have a nice pipe on my patio. Absolutely beautiful out here. Even with the overcast skies, makes it a little bit cooler, so I'm not complaining. I can't wait for autumn to get here. Autumn is one of my favorite months. I love the cool air, all the leaves changing. It's a wonderful time. Winter, on the other hand, I don't care too much for winter. If I could live somewhere where it was autumn all year long, I would move there. It's just a delightful time of year. Festivals and car shows. I love classic cars, by the way. One of my favorites is the 61 Buick LeSabre and the 1956 Ford Thunderbird. Both convertibles. I believe the LeSabre, you know, you could get it in a sedan as well, but I like the coupe convertible. Whenever I go to a car show, I always hang out around I'm not too much into muscle vehicles. I always hang out near the classics, you know, 50s and 60s. Sometimes I wish I was from that era. It would have been a sight to see. Speaking of which, yesterday was my late grandfather's birthday. He would have been 79, so I've been thinking about him recently too. His favorite car was the 55 Ford Thunderbird, and he was a lover of classic cars too. He and I were pretty, we shared that joy together. He actually had a 2003 Ford Thunderbird, red, hard top and soft top. Beautiful car, had the dual leather, or the dual two-tone leather. red and black in the interior. When he passed away, my uncle bought the car, so it stayed in the family. But my grandfather and I got to put it in a couple car shows, and he actually won a plaque in one of the local car shows for top 55. And it was kind of spur of the moment. It was funny. We didn't realize the car show was going on, and I called him that day. I said, "Hey, you want to put our cars in the car show?" He said, "Is there time?" I said, "Yeah, it's a cruise-in." So we got our cars shining and took them up there, and he won, and he was tickled to death about that. Very good, fond memories. Sure do miss him, but you know, reflecting back on the memories, I'm so grateful for the time I did have with him. But I could listen to this water all day long. Put me right to sleep if I'm not careful. Especially reading. Sometimes late at night I'll pull my book out and I'll start reading. And I'll doze off in the recliner a little bit. Out here I don't think I would. It's too enjoyable. I don't know if you guys can see, my shirt has the American flag, and it says "Life is good." And that it is, my friends. That it is. Sometimes we forget how blessed we really are. So, the new job's going well, by the way. We're working a lot of overtime, but that's okay. I had some recent medical expenses I have to take care of, so I will put that overtime to good use. I think as I smoke this blend, the further down the bowl I get, the more enjoyable it is. I'd say this tobacco is probably in my top 5. And you know, I need to do a little more research on it and see what, you know, the contents are. It doesn't say on the back of the tin, so I'll have to try and do a review here soon on it, let you guys know. And for those of you guys who are familiar with it, let me know what you think. I always appreciate, you know, feedback and input, so. Well, I'm going to do some more reading, finish my pipe here. I may just have to have a second bowl, too. But, thanks for joining me, guys. Until my next video, take care, and thank you for watching.